Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So, the Phoenix Suns have done very well this season, as we all know. Started off very well, they're joint top of the West, 7-3, then they lost a couple of games, but, they still had a good season, and most people think it's because of Chris Paul, and, Chris Paul is the main reason that, of the major improvement. Now, for me, I think there's more to it, and for me, I think you need to talk about the role players, especially Mikal Bridges to me, but there's also others. There's Mikal Bridges, there's Cam Johnson, and Cam Payne. Our three role players have done very well for him this season, who just get overshadowed by the stars of DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. So currently, the Suns are 7-4, fourth in the West. They've done well, very well, to be fair to them. But it's not Chris Paul. He has had a part to play. You can't say he's done nothing, but it's not all down to Chris Paul. He hasn't changed the whole thing around. The Suns were doing well before Chris Paul came in the bubble. Chris Paul has clearly added some more experience and stuff, scoring. But Cameron Payne, Mikal Bridges, and Johnson have also done very well. So just here how about them in particular. We will get on to Booker, Paul, and them and compare their stats, but the video is focused on those players. So, first of all, Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, whatever you want to call them, they're both their wing players. So that's what we're talking about. Mikal Bridges, first of all, 19-20 last season. He was averaging 9 points per game, 1.8 assists per game, 4 rebounds per game, shooting 36% from 3 and 51% from the field. Right? So there's last year's stats. So far this year, he's been averaging 15 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, 1.3 assists per game, shooting 45% from 3 and 50% from the field. So his scoring's gone up. He's shot 9% better from 3, and his scoring's gone up 6. So that's a major improvement. Mikal Bridges, this season, he had a career high 34 points versus the Pacers, who've also done very well this season. So far, he's only 24. This could be his breakout season. So far, it looks like it is. He's young, plenty of time to improve, and I think it suits people like him, Cameron Johnson and Cameron Payne, that they're not the main attraction for other teams. DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, Devin Booker will take all the marketing and guard and stuff, but they can just go under the radar and do their thing. So Mikal Bridges, so far this season, has had a very, very good season. On to Cameron Johnson now. Last year, he averaged 8.8 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists per game, shooting 39% from 3 and 43% from the field. So that was last year's stats. On to this year, he's averaging 12.4 points per game, 1.5 assists per game, 3.2 rebounds per game, shooting 38% from 3 and 47% from the field. So Cameron Johnson has also stepped up so far this season. Hopefully for Suns, he keeps going, keeps doing what he's doing, keeps improving. His 3-point shooting's gone down 1%, but that means nothing. Field has gone up by 4, and his scoring. These wing players are scoring more. And Chris Paul does have an impact in that, his passing, creating space and all that. But a lot of it is down to the players themselves. And as for Cameron Payne, and Johnson's also 24 by the way. Cameron Payne, last year he's averaging 7.7 points per game, 2.4 rebounds and 4.3 assists per game. Now this year he's only averaging 6.3 points per game, 1.9 rebounds per game and 2.6 assists per game. So his stats maybe have gone down scoring wise and stuff, but just on the eye, you can see when a player is playing well. And I think Cameron Payne deserves a bit of a shout out here. He's been well. His 3-point shooting's also gone down, but from 51 to 42%, and his field has gone up from 48 to 50%. But I think it's more than, for Cameron Payne's case, it's more than the stats. He played well. Another wing player, guard, well, more of a guard, backup guard, but he can play wing guard, and I think he's done very well this season. I think not enough people are talking about him. It's all Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and all that, and for sure they've done very well this year, especially Devin Booker. Chris Paul, he's been more of a leadership role. Chris Paul this year has averaged 13 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, and 8.7 assists per game. So Chris Paul is Chris Paul. We all know at this stage what we're going to get from him. He's only shooting 28% from 3 this year, so he's struggling from 3 so far, and from the field he's shooting 43%, down from 48. So Chris Paul this year is actually struggling scoring wise, but he, as I said, when the Suns first got Chris Paul, there's more to Chris Paul than his scoring, leadership and all that jazz. And he's specifically helping out this guy, Devin Booker, who's scoring 23 points per game, 3.3 rebounds and 4.3 assists per game. So he stepped up this year, first time All-Star last year. Shooting 48% from the field as usual, same as last year. And he's also shooting 34% from 3, which is down only 1%, so that's nothing really. So Booker's also had a good season so far, obviously the main man in this team. And then DeAndre Ayton, the former #1 overall pick. So far this season he's averaging 12.5 points per game, 11.3 rebounds and 1.8 assists. So averaging a double-double, very good. Expected from a guy at his quality. He's shooting 56% from the field. Doesn't shoot much threes, but he's shooting 25% from 3 when he does. And he's averaging a block a game. So he's doing well this season, DeAndre Ayton. And I'm a big DeAndre Ayton fan. I only wish the best for him. So I hope he keeps it up. But the video is on Mikal Bridges, Johnson and Payne. Mikal Bridges obviously as the standout of all those guys. Get career highs and all that jazz. But these players, I can see them keep improving. The focus will always be on Chris Paul, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. These guys can go under the radar and do their thing. Just got Jay Crowder in there who's doing well. So the focus isn't on these guys. Mikal Bridges is the pick of the bunch. But I gotta give a shout out to Johnson and Payne. They're also doing very well. So yeah, they're like the underrated people, the unsung heroes, the diamonds in the rough, what they're gonna call them. Very good season so far. Phoenix, I hope Phoenix can keep this up. I predicted they'd be in top 4 of the West. At the moment they're in top 4 of the West, so let's see if they can keep that going. So yeah guys, that's the video. Just a quick video, just to give these people a shout out, because they've done well this season and no one talks about enough for me. So yeah, that's the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for new. Phoenix fans must be happy, I'm shouting out your guys. So subscribe for new and turn on notifications. There will be plenty of videos coming out. And yeah, with all that said guys, I'm out of here.